My name is Jamil Mina. I'm a chief architect with Red Hat. Prior to Red Hat, I worked in the banking industry for about 24 years. And we are here today to kick off the track for the future of payment as digital. However, we have a big naysayer in the science fiction community, the Star Trek Federation. If you're not familiar with the popular series, it's a science fiction show based in the 24th century. The Federation started a new world economy on Earth that led to the disappearance of money in the traditional sense on the planet. Human regularly referred to their species having developed a philosophy without the need of accumulation of wealth, instead focusing on self-enhancements and advancement of the human race. Just imagine that. Jean-Luc Picard, the famous captain, tried to explain to a financier from the 20th century that traveled in time that there is no longer need for his profession. A lot has changed in 300 years, said Picard. People are no longer obsessed with the accumulation of things. We have eliminated hunger, want, and the need for possessions. When Picard was asked how his starship, the USS Enterprise, and we're talking here about something that is bigger than an aircraft carrier, had cost to build, he told the person, the economics of the future are somehow different. You see, money does not exist in the 24th century. The acquisition of wealth is no longer the driving force of our lives. Oh well, the Federation has foreseen a world with no bankers and no money. Toronto, New York, and London, according to Captain Picard, you need to start looking for a new industry. However, I'm of a different opinion, and I have my theory of why the producers of Star Trek had to go with that route. It was easier for them to imagine new species, travel at the speed of light, decompose people at the subatomic level and transport them, and get fully prepared meals from replicators. However, they could not find a financial services professional or a scientist that could tell them how they could settle financial payment transaction faster than the USS Enterprise could reach its destination. That transaction has to have 100% assurance and zero risk to digital interruptions and a stable and secure network that spans the galaxy. The problem of payment was too complex for them to solve and make it believable. They had to admit to failure. It was easier for them to ignore the problem as a whole. Otherwise, as seen from an episode, it would have to deal with a shady alien ordering a drink, paying for it in Federation credits that took a week to settle. And to mitigate that risk, they would have had to introduce a new species that could transport a massive amount of data in their head and be able to run credit risk calculations on the spot and have distributed ledgers with no central bankers to administer. You can imagine the warp engine of the USS Enterprise would have had to use 80% of its power to generate federal digital tokens, or what we call the equivalent of now CBDC, central bank digital currency, that still don't exist, by running proof of work or stake calculations and could only travel at the fraction of the speed of light, making space exploration impossible. In this track, the presenters are going to prove the impossible is possible. Our heroes, the financial services professionals, will show us how the future of payment is going to digitally unfold and how boldly we are going to process transactions where no one has ever processed them before, with sessions on Paytex, digital ID, embedded finance, banking as a service, digital remittances, just to name a few. Those topics will bring light to some of the innovations that will have a positive impact on our society and economy. Some examples include better management of cash, improving liquidity, more efficient global money movements, and boosting economic growth. We at Red Hat are like that warp core engine that helped the USS Enterprise travel at the speed of light. We are trusted by all Fortune 500 companies to process their digital transactions, and you can trust us to digitize and transport your payment transactions across the galaxy of hybrid clouds and the edge, similar to how the Central Bank of Brazil powered their new instant payment network using Red Hat technology. The future of payment is digital, and we are here to show it. Enjoy your sessions.